Hi, this is Steve from the National Weather Service in Marquette, Michigan, giving you the Winter Hazards Outlook for the week beginning on Monday, February 24th, 2014. The main thing we'll focus on in this outlook is the return of the very cold air that will be coming throughout the week, and that will be led by a couple of weak disturbances that will produce some light snow, with the main disturbance that will produce most widespread, generally light snow on Wednesday night. Won't go into a whole lot of details on the individual days, but as you can see in the chart, there's a gradual diminishing trend or lowering trend in the temperatures throughout the week, with the lowest temperatures expected on Thursday, Friday, and likely into Saturday. So we'll take a look at Thursday, since that'll likely be one of the colder days of this outbreak. And looking at the image on the left, you can see our forecast highs, which are generally just under or around or just above zero. So if you look or consider what our normal high temperatures are for this time of the year, which is generally in the upper 20s and into the lower 30s, we're seeing temperatures being about 25 to 30 degrees below normal. And so that's pretty significant for this time of the year. As you can see on the image on the right, our record low high temperatures, or kind of the coldest high temperatures that we've ever seen on February 27th, are generally in the single digits above zero for most locations. And a lot of those records were set back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So if you think of, the fact that our forecast is well below some of the all-time records for coldest high temperatures, it's a pretty significant cold snap. And it'll be a cold snap that's pretty similar to the one that we saw in late January, although it looks like maybe most of the time the winds will be a little bit lighter than what we saw in that situation. But even though the winds will be a little lighter, there is a potential for some wind chills approaching, or getting into that 25 to 34 below zero range on Thursday morning, behind that disturbance that moves through on Wednesday night. But with high pressure building in on Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, those winds will quickly diminish for Thursday night. But even with that diminishing trend in the winds, that'll allow the temperatures to get pretty cold on late Thursday night and into Wednesday morning, where low temperatures will be anywhere from 10 to 22 below zero, and even some of the colder spots will likely be below that. And looking back at historical records for that, low temperatures on that Thursday night and Friday morning range, there's potential there could be some record low temperatures that day too. One other thing just wanted to do a brief mention on is an update on the Lake Superior ice cover. With that low pressure system that moved through on Thursday and Friday of last week, we saw the strong winds kind of break up some of the ice and push it off to the east. And so we do have some open areas of open water, which you can see highlighted in yellow. And so that's led to some light lake effect snow showers near Lake Superior over the last couple of days, especially areas in that west to northwest wind favored locations. And that will likely continue through this week, especially behind each one of those disturbances. And that will continue at least over the next couple days until we have the winds let up enough to allow the cold temperatures to freeze those open water areas back up. And so that's the outlook for this week. Just to give you a quick heads up on how March is shaping up. Right now it's looking like we're going to see a very similar pattern to what we've seen much of the winter. So for anyone that's been wanting a early spring, it's not looking like it's going to happen. The official outlook is showing below normal temperatures throughout the month. Although there are some indications in the models, we are at least should trend back closer to normal by or around the 9th or 10th of March. So if you're at least looking for some temperatures at or around freezing, looks like that right after the first week is our best chance right now. And that's the end of the Winter Hazards Outlook for today. If you have any questions or would like additional information, feel free to contact us at the locations at the bottom of the slide. Thank you and have a nice day.